Saw. This movie got released in 2004. It's directed by James Wan. Now, the last time I saw this movie, it was about 3 years ago, and I thought the movie was okay. But I changed my opinion. It went up a bit. This movie is actually pretty good. Um, so we start off with two people. They're in some type of torture escape room chamber. I don't really know what building they're in. It's a type of warehouse. Yep, two people in there. One person's name is Adam, and one person's name is Lawrence. And Lawrence is a key figure in this film. The reason why he's in this room was because he was a suspect a in a crime scene. Right, the villain in the movie, it's called the Jigsaw. He's a serial killer, and Lawrence became a suspect. So the police, they went through thousands of crime scenes. They see victims in death traps, and they committed suicide by failing to complete the obstacle, and they ended up killing themselves in the traps. Basically, I don't know if you would call it suicide, but they panicked, they freaked out, and then the trap killed them. That's what happened. All right. So what Jigsaw does, he puts people in a death trap, and they have to survive. If not, they're dead. So after going through various crime scenes, they found a victim. A victim was named Amanda, and so she was testifying in the interview room. The police there, they found a pin that belonged to Lawrence. Lawrence is a doctor. I believe Lawrence helped treat Amanda some type of drug addiction. That's why the pin was there. I don't know. So they brought Lawrence into questioning. They couldn't really find any evidence, so they let him go. The police continued their search through various crime scenes. They tracked a bunch of fire alarms going off in a specific area, so they went there. They found Jigsaw's hideout, and they found one of the victims still alive. As soon as they're about to rescue the victim, Jigsaw shows up. His name is also John Kramer, played by Tobin Bell. So the police hide while Jigsaw enters the facility or the warehouse or wherever they're at. So as soon as Jigsaw's about to kill the victim, the police show up. They free the victim. Jigsaw runs away, and before he runs away, he stabs an officer in the neck. The other officer chases after Jigsaw, and he gets his head blown off by falling into another Jigsaw trap. There was a door, some tripwire, and a bunch of guns. Above his head, he tripped over the tripwire, and the gun shot him in the head, so he was dead. So Jigsaw fled the scene. So I guess the only people that survived were the cop and the victim. So the cop, he continued his search. For years he became obsessed with finding out who Jigsaw is. So he paid a guy named Adam to take pictures of the doctor. And while the doctor got kidnapped, I guess Adam did too, and that's why they're both in this room. We later find out why Lawrence is in the room, because he has a co-worker who works at the hospital named Zepp. In this movie, Zepp, he's the one that's set up to be the Jigsaw killer. He abducts Lawrence's wife and daughter. He forces, Lawrence to play these types of games and follow the rules because Zepp himself has been poisoned by the real Jigsaw. So Zepp has to frame Lawrence. He has to do all this stuff to survive. But unfortunately, he gets his head bashed in by Adam in the torture room. So Lawrence, he escapes by cutting off his leg. We don't really know what happened to him. Adam, he's left into the room alone. There's like a dead guy on the floor, but the dead guy turns out to be Jigsaw. So Zep is just another victim here. So Jigsaw's the guy on the floor is the real Jigsaw. So he gets up, he closes the door shut, and Adam is the last man in there. I don't know if he's dead or alive or not, but yeah. But that's kind of the plot. The plot is really confusing, which is why I thought the movie was okay the last time, but now the movie's good. Because the psychological thriller makes you think. Not only is Jigsaw providing puzzles in the movie, this movie itself in real life is also a puzzle to figure out. I think James Wan did a good job of that. And it was a low budget film, but you couldn't tell by watching this. I guess you could if you're, an expert at, film techniques and stuff like that, but I enjoyed it. I'll give Saw an 8 out of 10. I didn't think it was that good enough to make it a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. I didn't really have any issues, just that the plot was a little bit too confusing, and Jigsaw doesn't really have a motive for why he's doing what he's doing. Why is John Kramer, killing all these people? Now, he does have a brain tumor, and that will affect him in the later films, but I don't get why he has to go out and kill people. But anyway, Saw, I think it's a good movie. Check it out. 8 out of 10. I'm going to review Saw 2, one of my personal favorites. I've only seen the first 3, not the others, but so far Saw 2 is my favorite. And we'll get into that probably tomorrow or in the next couple of days whenever I get that video up on the channel.